the tariff battle between India and the United States has taken a sharp turn. On Wednesday, Washington imposed an additional 25% penalty on New Delhi. The move targeted India's imports of Russian oil and defense equipment. It comes at a time when both countries are locked in tough negotiations on a long-delayed trade deal. Despite the escalation, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent expressed optimism. In an interview with Fox Business, he said, "I do think India is the world's largest democracy. The U.S. is the world's largest economy. I think at the end of the day we will come together." Bessent acknowledged the importance of the partnership but did not hold back criticism. He accused India of profiteering from discounted Russian crude sales. He also complained that India had been tapping us along in trade talks. The Treasury Secretary said he had hoped to conclude a deal much earlier. He admitted, "We still don't have a deal. I thought India could be one of the earlier deals. And they kind of tapped us along in terms of the negotiations. And then there is also the aspect of the Russian crude purchases, which they've been profiteering on. So there are many levels going on here." Bessent explained that New Delhi had engaged early after Liberation Day celebrations. Expectations were high for a breakthrough. He stated, "The Indians came in early after Liberation Day to start negotiating on tariffs, and we still don't have a deal. I thought we would have a deal by May or June." The secretary added that while trade frictions remain, personal diplomacy remains strong. This is a complicated relationship. President Trump and Prime Minister Modi have a very good rapport at the top level, but it's not just about Russian oil. The United States has long complained of a large trade deficit with India. Bessent echoed President Trump's position. He said, "When there is a schism in trade relations, the deficit country is at an advantage. It's the surplus country that should worry. So, the Indians are selling to us. They have very high tariffs and we have a very large deficit with them." On questions about India conducting trade in rupees, Bessent was dismissive. He replied, "A lot of things I worry about. The rupee becoming the reserve currency isn't one of them. I think the rupee is near an all-time low versus the US dollar." In India, the new tariff sparked a strong response. Prime Minister Narendra Modi declared he would never compromise on protecting the interests of Indian farmers. Indian officials have accused Washington of applying double standards. They argued that China, which buys far more Russian crude, has not faced the same penalties. The punitive tariff is expected to put fresh strain on already tense discussions. For Washington, the focus remains on reducing deficits and rebalancing trade. For New Delhi, it is about fairness, sovereignty, and protecting its domestic economy.